right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And towing the slab in this one, Rhett Lauder. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club. And coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jose Azocar. Inside corner for a strike. And this one is off and running. Next offering is in for a strike.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, clearly just anxious right there, and understandably so. In an 0-2 count, you feel like you've got a lot of plate to cover, and you don't want to strike out, and you end up striking out. That's just one of those pitches where it's not over the plate, but because you committed to it as it was leaving his hand, by the time you realized it wasn't going to be in the zone, it's too late to hold up your swing.
Here's Jesse Winker. That one finds the corner. 0-1. One out, base is empty. Next offering is fouled back.
He's dealing with a great two-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
That one's upstairs, ball one.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Foul ball still, a 1-2 count.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Strike three, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, anytime you can punch out the top two guys in a lineup to start an inning, got to be feeling pretty good out there on the mound, because when you think of just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter, any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2- or 3-run homer.
Top of the zone for a called strike. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Down in order go the Mets. And now the Yankees will see what they can do. No score. Back after this on the show. Back in the Bronx. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings, Kodai Senga. What do you have on him?
Well, I'm interested to see how he deals with right-handed hitters in this one. Righties are batting over 300 against him, so they're not being fooled by really anything. He's going to have to find a way to change up his delivery, change up his look, somehow get them off of his primary pitches and even those secondary pitches. So we'll see how he does it in this one.
Jazz Chisholm Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And the right-hander deals. Back up the middle and a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Now it's Jose Ramirez, one of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. This one high in the air to left center. Azocar sizes this one up, and there's one down. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. Chris, this is an offense that puts the bat on the ball. Tough outs pretty much throughout the lineup, and they have fewer strikeouts than any other team in the league.
Yeah, Boog, and I just remember as a player, when you're going up against a club like this, it keeps you on your toes all game long because you got to make plays for your pitcher on the defense. And so an offense like that can really put some pressure on that defense. So they can swing the bats, put it in play, but I also think if they run the bases hard, it adds another element to their game.
Run around the move. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Gets off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out.
Fielder, Aaron Judge.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Now it's the veteran outfielder, Aaron Judge. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average, but one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. And ball one to Judge. You rewind and think back to those Giants teams that won 3 world titles. They were pretty good contact-based teams. Obviously the Royals as well. It feels like it's swinging back a little bit towards there's an advantage to having some guys in your lineup that make contact. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy. And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. 0-0 after 1 from Yankee Stadium. Inning number 2 when we get back on the show. Back at Yankee Stadium, second inning set to go. Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. Louder back to work. That clips the zone. That's strike 1. Called strike right there.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
This one popped up right side. Harper has a beat on it. And that's a foul ball.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Ball 1 there.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it. Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Pete Alonso in the box now. No balls and a strike. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. No score here in the second. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Well, right now he's in cruise control, autopilot, just dominating these hitters. It doesn't look like it's a fun at bat. And all of a sudden, you become in awe of this guy on the mound. Somebody's got to break this thing up. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Got to put a ball in play.
Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. That's in for a strike. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. The 0-2. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. Mets go down quickly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here in New York, here comes Bryce Harper.
For the Yankees, the first baseman, Bryce Harper.
Let's go, Bryce.
Fouled off. He was late. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two. James Kingsley, our plate umpire, consistent and maybe a little generous on the edges.
Yeah, Boog, he'll give a little bit on the edges, like you said, but from what I've seen, he usually does that when a pitcher is just commanding those parts of the strike zone, and essentially they've earned it. The umpire rolls with him. Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
And misses inside. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands
Francisco.
whatsoever. Such a good feeling. There's nothing cheap about the way he got that one through the infield. That was ripped, caught out in front, and didn't get under it like he would have liked, but definitely put a good swing on it.
Here's Francisco Lindor.
He's been on fire at the dish lately, working on a 5-game hitting streak.
Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
The count.
Harper gets his lead at first with nobody out. It's through for a hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits.
catcher.
Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
First and second, no outs. And stepping in for the Yankees, Yainer Diaz. Misses
Inside,
off the
ball
plate, and that's ball one. First and second, no outs here in the second game of the series. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. And there's a strike on the outside corner.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. And that is a big first out.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
And now the center fielder, Jackson Merrill, leading the AL in batting average. Grounder might be two. Guerrero tossed to second, and they'll just get the one.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the
Batting
pitcher to
ninth,
bear down,
the
make
left
the pitch,
fielder,
get the ground
Quinton.
ball. Excellent piece of work.
Doyle.
Brenton Doyle stepping in now for the Yankees.
Keep an eye on this at bat because even though it's early, it could change the outcome of this game. Look for your pitch and attack it.
Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. 2 outs. That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Here's a 1-1. Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. Pitch kicks away. Count moves to 2-2 as the runners hold. Outside low. Counts full, 3-2.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
So now 3-2. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
All set for the
Leading
start
off
of
for
the
the
inning.
Mets,
Here's
the
Brandon
shortstop,
Nimmo.
Brandon.
Two of the most potent offenses in the game squaring off. And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Nimmo, 31 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming. Swings through him for the K. 7 in a row by way of the K.
Just absolutely rolling on the mound. He's looking very much on his game in the early parts of this one, Boo. Fully on the attack with these hitters.
That's 7 strikeouts already, so he's got a good pace going, no doubt. Jeff McNeil in the box here lets that one go for a ball. Top of the third, no score. Fastball in the inside corner for a strike. Swing and a foul straight back. Just missed.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swing and a ball popped up. Lindor under it. Snags it for the second out.
Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 15, Tyrone
Taylor up now for the Mets.
It's been a tough stretch for him at the plate. Only 2 hits over the last 5 games.
Down the middle for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Looks like he sacrificed a pitch right down the middle for tracking and timing. Some good hitters will do that.
There's a swing and a drive. That one carrying onto the track, and he makes the catch. 9 straight retired here to start the game. No score. Here at New Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. Slides, but he can't come up with it.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Absolutely hammered that baseball very loud coming off the bat. 107 was the exit velocity, and at that speed, it's going to be a great result more often than not.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Fly to center his first time. Runner takes off. Pitching for a strike. Go to second. Save! And that's another stolen base for the league leader.
You know what? I like the aggressiveness right there. It looks like it's going to be tough to score in this one. Really good pitching so far. So why not try to put some pressure on him and see if you can steal the bag, get into scoring position.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the last half of the third. Drilled to right, way back there, and that is gone. He'll touch them all, and they lead it. It's 2-0. Listen to these fans.
This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
Here's Juan Soto. 0 for 1 so far. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1.
Can be tough to bounce back after a big home run, but nobody on, nobody out. You just have to treat it as a fresh inning.
And now it's even up. The 1-1 is fouled off. Struck him out looking.
The right fielder,
Now it's
number
Aaron
99.
Judge up to the plate.
Aaron
He's 0 for 1.
Judge.
Ball
Counts
1, no
1-0.
strikes. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Judge comes up empty there.
He got away with one
One ball,
there, but he
2
knows
strikes.
he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball
Now
nicely
batting,
and
first
just
baseman,
bunched him up
Ryan
on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around
Harper.
on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right
0-1's
there.
the count.
Harper now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Outside, and the count even 1-1. Fastball
Ball,
is
that's out.
outside. That one missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
That one fouled off.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Outside, and that is ball 4.
It's been a little bit of a shaky inning, but he's still in a good spot to
Now
get out of
batting,
this thing
the
without giving
shortstop,
up any more
Francisco
runs. He's just got to turn the page and
Lindor.
go after this next guy.
Lindor
That's out.
in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Next
So that's
pitch
off
is
the plate, ball
outside,
2.
and it's 2-0.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity, try to get a rollover, something on the ground, stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
There's a strike.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there.
Check swing, and he went. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. This one in the air, center field. Azokar should have this one. And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. It's now a 2-0 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back in New York,
Leading
John
off for the
Shambi with
Mets,
Chris
the center
Singleton,
fielder,
and set to
Jose
lead off the 4th, Jose
Azokar.
Azokar.
Let's go, Yankees. Show 'em how it's done.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, the offense has gotten going, and a pitcher wants to go out there, have a real quick inning, get those guys back into the dugout so those bats can stay hot.
And that's in for a strike. 0-2 now. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Judge hauls it in, and there's one away.
The left fielder,
And next for the
number 3,
Mets, Jesse Winker. Struck out swinging his first time. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. And it's a double. Their first hit in this one.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
I love the fact that we've seen both Vladimir Guerrero and Vladdy Jr. win the home run derby. They're the first father-son duo to ever win it. Vladdy back in 2007 and Vladdy Jr. in 2023. Even though his dad didn't give him any advice for the event other than to go out there and hit home runs.
On the ground, and that's just foul. So Vladdy Jr. strikes out.
Well, this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Struck out looking his first time. That catches the zone for a strike. 0-1. So runner in scoring position, and now the tying run comes to the plate. Top half of inning number 4. That's back there. And it's into the bullpen for a homer. A 2-run shot. It's 2-2. He absolutely feasts on right-handed pitching and devours that one for a homer.
And you can see that's what he expects of himself. At bat after at bat, he's that confident. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Here's Pete Alonso. Fastball for a strike.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Now the 0-1. Pulls that one foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Back now with the Subway Series.
For the Yankees,
here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. And that's a strike.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
0-2 now. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Base is empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next pitch misses, and 1-1. On the ground to the left, Nimmo. And a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Yankees, the left fielder, Brenton Doyle.
And now, Brenton Doyle. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 2 outs, base is empty. And strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Just off the outside edge. And the count is 1-2. Next offering misses down and away.
Really nice slider right there. Sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
And that one is lifted in the air. Taylor sizing this one up. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. We'll head to the fifth, tied at 2. Welcome back.
Leading
Quite
off for
a
the
pitcher's
Mets,
duel
the
so
catcher,
far. Here's how
number
the
4,
starters have
Francisco
performed up to this point.
Alvarez.
Louder back to work. Lifted in the air, right field. One up, one down.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Brandon.
And next for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo. Struck out swinging his first time. And that one fouled off. One down, base is empty. Goes down looking.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
McNeil at the plate for the second time as he takes ball 1.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
Next offering in there for a strike. And it's 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. And we're at the top of the 5th. Two balls, 2 strikes to count with 2 outs. That one is upstairs.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Three and 2. Payoff pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 9th pitch of the at-bat due next. That one is absolutely belted. And that is a foul ball. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. 2 down, nobody on. Fights it off. He'll see another.
Well, having such a tough time putting him away. 6 foul balls in a row. Man, what a battle.
Ground ball right side. And he'll be safe at first. And, oh, no, it's out of play. Just a terrible throw there.
Just looked like he pushed that throw. Not a long distance, so something definitely broke down mechanically. Sometimes the shorter throws can be harder to make. You don't see many high throws from second baseman over to first because they usually don't have to put much on it.
Go ahead run on base. Tyrone Taylor getting ready to hit. That's a strike across the top of the zone. McNeil on at second with 2 down. Late on that fastball.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
This one belted deep left field. On its way. Gone. His second of the year, and they add a pair. It's 4-2. Singy, that's his 50th career homer.
50 might not sound like a huge number, but it's a nice little milestone that a lot of guys don't get to. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
So 2 down. Jose Azocar up now for the Mets. 0 for 2 in this one. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. That clips the inside corner for a strike. Headed towards the corner. And a foul ball. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. It is 11th strikeout in this one, really racking up the whips. But two come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this two-run homer. It's now 4-2. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been playing well.
Chisholm Jr.
And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
You know, these Yankees need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Next pitch misses way outside. And it skips in the dirt. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or two is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Jose Ramirez stepping in now for the Yankees. He's already homered in this game. First pitch misses. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
1-1.
And there's a foul ball.
That's ball 2.
Swing a high fly ball, deep left field, back there. Out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. It's 4-3.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
Yeah, that's fouled off. One out, bases empty, and a run in. Last half of inning number 5. Inside, 1-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Dedniel Nunez up and loosening in the pen. Brazoban also throwing. That one at 95 missed up top. 2-1. Fastball for a strike at 95.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
That one just misses. Full count now. Inside, and that's ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess
The
he
right
saw it
fielder,
really
number
well.
99,
It's a really nice plate appearance.
And here comes the Mets
John.
manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Kodai Senga departs, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for
The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Daniel
72.
Nunez.
Still a lot of game
Daniel
left, and this game
Nunez.
could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
And now big number 99, Aaron Judge, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. And it's even up.
Boog, it looked like that curveball backed up on him, and although it's a mistake, it works out really good for the pitcher. The hitter's timed it up, expects it to be to a certain spot, and it just doesn't get there.
Check swing, and he went 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Jumps, but it's off his glove. But there's no play. That's an infield single.
No, just a nice job coming through in a
Next
pretty
for the
high leverage
Yankees,
spot right
the
there.
first
That ball
baseman,
was drilled
right.
106 off the bat,
Harper.
and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
That's hard hit in the line. Gone. It's their second home run of the inning, and it gives them the lead in the 5th. It's 6-4. 8 straight games with a home run.
Well, tying some great hitters at the plate. Griffey, Mattingly, Dale Long. This is just impressive. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. That's a little bit low. Still only 1 out here in the inning. And he can't come up with it. And he's going to make it to first. And we'll see how they score it.
Well, there he doesn't look comfortable taking
Up
ground
next
balls
for the
from that
Yankees,
position on
the
the
catcher,
infield. They always say soft feet, soft hands. Well, he had brick hands on that one.
1 gone, runner at first. Yainer Diaz stepping in now for the Yankees. Lindor the move. Pitch
Ball 1, no
outside.
strikes.
Saved at second with a stolen base. Lindor leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. That just
Ball, that's
misses.
inside.
And that's ball 2.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
A little out front there as he swings through it.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Taylor hustling after it. He makes the grab. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Jackson Merrill stepping in now for the Yankees.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Just missed. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Strike on the inside corner. Fouls one off. 2-2. Brenton Doyle waiting to hit for the Yankees. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's a 2-run lead now at 6-4. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Winker.
And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
This is a very important inning here. After scoring all those runs, you want your pitcher to come out and just mow them down. The offense has worked hard. It's shut down inning time.
Inside corner for a strike, and the count is 0-2. In the air to left center. Lindor gets under it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up now for the Mets. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. This guy who grew up in big league clubhouses, got to be a nice feeling, Siggy, when your father played in the big leagues and he passes down all that wisdom. Out number 2.
Up next for the Mets, the third baseman, Mark
Vientos. The next to hit. He's already homered here in this one.
Come on, Yankees.
That clips the corner. The Yanks leading by 2, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Just missed. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. On the ground at first, Harper. He'll do it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So they go quietly there. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. Yankees 6 and the Mets 4.
Now pitching for
Back
the Mets.
now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Huascar Brazovan.
Well, he's been a bit of a wild card out there in terms of throwing strikes. He's definitely struggled with free passes this year.
Now the left fielder, Brenton
for the
Doyle.
Yankees, the left fielder, Brenton
Doyle, a multi-gold glove award winner, 26 years old, and they traded for him earlier this year. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-1's the count.
A changeup missing, and now it's even 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Taylor makes the catch, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Jazz.
Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Come on, Yanks, let's go.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Sean Reed Foley getting loose out there. Minter also getting ready. Base is empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings and misses. And the count 1-1. Breaking ball misses down and away. And there's a ball. Swing and a miss. And now 3-2.
Full count. 3-2.
The 3-2 is outside, and it's ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I
third
tell you what, he earned that one.
Now the number 2 hitter, Jose Ramirez. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Here's the pitch. Runner on the go. Swing and a foul out of play. Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Squirts away a little bit. Throw to second, and great jump. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Chisholm, the runner at second with one away. To the right side. And he handles it himself for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto now.
Well, the way these two teams have battled in this game, you know you need more. Got to continue to add runs if you're going to get out of here with a win.
Just missed. Ripped on the ground to second. McNeil gets it to first. And that's the third out. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and one man left. Seventh inning coming up. Yankees 6 and the Mets 4. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Pete Alonso.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Just missed.
Ball inside.
Swings and misses. And that is strike 2. And he chases that one. Now it doesn't strike outs for him in this one.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Alvarez in the box again, takes the strike. Louder winds and deals. Fought off foul. The Yankees trying to protect a 2-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. And the slider just misses.
Well, I think he's trying to get a feel for where that one missed. I mean, it could have gone either way, but he looked a little shocked for a second there.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
We're going to take a look at the pitch sequence of that at bat, and the thing to notice are the pitch locations. Every single one of them on the edges of the strike zone, and as a hitter, that can be pretty frustrating because you don't expect the pitcher to be able to make quality pitches one after another like that. And so those are tough spots to do damage, and a great demonstration of pitch command, and it got him a punch out that time.
And now Brandon Nimmo. Two outs. And that one fouled off. Clobber to right field, way back, gone. His 11th of the year. It's 6-5.
Just relentless. This team will not quit. They thought he could blow a high fastball by him, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch.
Base is empty with 2 away. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil. And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming.
Now pitching for the
New
Yankees.
pitcher on here, Hunter Gaddis.
Number 33.
These are the spots relievers
Hunter
really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And there's a strike. Looking to get the tying run on base. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Line drive, base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
He went up there and got it with 2
Now
strikes.
batting.
I'm not going to leave this in the umpire's hands. I'm going to be aggressive. It was in a location where you could get those arms extended that he loves to do. So nice job right there coming back in that at bat.
And now the right fielder, Tyrone Taylor.
Typically, the outfield defense will play a little bit deeper just to keep the ball in front, make sure that runner on first doesn't come all the way around to score and tie this ball game up. But with the tying run at first base, he's looking for something he can get a lot of barrel on, drive it into a gap, and score that run from first base.
Swing and a miss. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So they pick up a run on 2 hits. No errors and a man left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. Yankees 6 and the Mets 5. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. A.J. Minter.
Pretty tight game, so they're
Now
looking for
pitching for
quality
the Mets.
pitches out of him right here. Got to
Number
do his best to
33,
keep the score right where it
A.J.
is.
Minter.
Well,
Leading
one-run
off
game.
for the
Aaron
Yankees,
Judge
the
at the
right
plate.
fielder,
1 for
Aaron
3.
Judge.
Judge rips that one. In one hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Well, that's how you respond. Leadoff man comes up, gets into scoring position. Now, there are several ways that they can get this run across.
Here's Harper now. Certainly a factor in this one thanks to his 3-run blast back in the 5th.
Well, definitely one of the most impactful swings of the game. A big reason why they're working with the lead and looking to add to it right here, Boo.
Ball 1 and a pitch inside. Next offering misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the 7th. There's the strike, and it's 2-1.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
That's a laser base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
So digging in, Francisco Lindor. Slice to right. Hauls it in for the out.
It was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
Next to hit, Yainer Diaz. 0 for 3 in this one. Late swing fouled off. Harper leads off first with 1 away. Fouled off down the right side. Next offering upstairs. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Man at first, 1 away. That one missed.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
Good job to fight that one off. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Next offering is downstairs.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're
runner on the go. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Runner goes again. Out to center. Azokar has this one sized up. 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
Jackson Merrill stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 with 2 groundouts and a strikeout. There's a strike. On the ground to third, and that's a fair ball. Around second is Harper. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Now
First
batting,
and second,
left fielder,
2 outs.
Brenton.
Brenton Doyle digs in now. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. That one misses. Ball 1. Two on, 2 outs. Pitch misses. 2-0.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Minter checks the runner. Harper's back on a dive. Two on, 2 outs.
Ball, that pitch is out.
Love how this guy grinds out at bats. I mean, he's down there at the bottom of the lineup in the 9-hole, but he's worked himself into a really good hitter's count, trying to pick up a 2-out RBI.
And that'll load the bases.
Oh, this is their chance to break it open. If they don't end up winning this ball
number
game,
13,
they're going to look back at
second
this
baseman,
opportunity right here and have some regret.
So bases all loaded up. Now here is Jazz Chisholm Jr.
Boog, this has been a good one. A really good game to this point, and huge opportunity with the bases loaded.
That one hooked foul.
Kind of goes without saying, but straight on these 2 runners in scoring position right here, it feels like it's a must if they stand a chance to win this game.
On the ground to first, down the line, and it's foul. Base hit, 1 run is in. Here's the throw, but it's offline. He will score. To second, pulls him off the bag. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in, I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed. This is the type of approach you want to see guys take in this situation.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. A.J. Minter won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for
Taking
the Mets,
over on the mound for the Mets,
number
Danny
81.
Young.
And this is a really tough spot to come into as he tries to keep this one close. You almost have to forget about the runners in scoring position. They're not going anywhere. Focus on the hitter, getting that 1 out your team needs from you.
So 2 down. Jose Ramirez now at the plate. A switch hitter batting right. It's in and out of his glove. Still finds a way to get off the throw. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So they get 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, but 2 are left stranded. We look ahead to inning number 8. The Yankees 9 and the Mets 5. Back now in the Bronx. Here's the center fielder, Jose Azocar. The Mets in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Gaddis back to work. Late on that fastball.
0-1.
And that is out of play. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. He goes down looking.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
And first offering is fouled off. The Yanks leading by 4, and we're in the top of the 8th. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Doyle on the move. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Now batting, The first baseman,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. up now for the Mets. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. That's in there. And it's 0-2. This to third, and that chance handled. Zips it across, and Guerrero is set down. Third out, and the Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail it by 4. It's 9-5. Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming schedule.
The designated hitter, Juan Soto.
And delivers outside. Check swing. He went too far, and it's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And now 2 balls and a strike. That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. And they'll do it again. On the ground to third, Vientos sends it across to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
Here is Aaron Judge. In there at the knees, 0-1.
0-1's the count.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
And that's outside. And that's ball 1. Base is empty, 1 away. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. That missed by a lot. And it's 2-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Strike 3, went back to the sweeper and got the strikeout. 2 down, base is empty. So here is Bryce Harper. And a swing and a miss there.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Strike 2.
He's been great in this one. Eye-hand coordination just failed him a little bit right there.
And 1-2.
That's inside.
And that's awfully close. I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
That's a ball. Tried the sweeper.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. 1-2-3 go the Yankees as they can't add to their 9-5 lead. Welcome back as
Leading
we
off
take
for
a
the
look at their
Mets,
upcoming
the third
schedule.
baseman, Mark Vientos.
And that's in for a strike. Gaddis measures 6 feet 6 inches. He features a slider, a four-seamer, and he works in a changeup.
No ball, 2 strikes.
And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Hit on the ground to short. In plenty of time to first. Now one gone in the ninth.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the
The
tunnel a
batter,
long
the
time. Got
designated
that hitter
hitter,
out front,
Pete
rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Alonso.
He's 2 outs away. In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. Just off the inside edge. Next offering upstairs.
2-0 count to a guy like this at the plate. You've got to throw a pitcher's pitch. Don't just try to get a strike. He could make you pay.
That one the other way, and it goes just foul. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
The catcher, number 4, Francisco Alvarez.
Francisco Alvarez getting ready to hit. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming.
Now pitching for the
So the
Yankees,
closer summoned from the bullpen,
Number
Mason
19.
Miller.
And he's got a nice
Nice
lead to
hit.
work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Merrill coming on. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So they're down to their final out. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Brandon Nimmo. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Ramirez sizes this one up. He's got it. Ball game. The Yankees take the first 2 games of this series.
Another day, another win. I really think this team has forgotten how to lose a ball game. It's been so long since they've lost. I really don't know what else to say. They're just a can't-miss ball club right now.